ain't going slow for some reason.
Here we go. Did he do the countdown?
There we go. Okay. You gonna let it go? What's wrong with you? What's good, everybody? Y'all, man, thank y'all for tuning in tonight, man, to the Relationship Podcast with the Simpsons. We'll feedback a little bit.
Hello.
So,
what's going on?
Before we get off into our topic, I let y'all read, but I want to introduce our special guest that we have on tonight, man. We got, first of all, I'm going to introduce the lady first. Got Miss Ebony Kirby on with us on this.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Conversation.
Yes.
Miss Ebony, you can.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
Good evening.
How y'all
Good
doing?
evening.
Hello.
Yes. We about to have a good time tonight.
Yeah. And yes, we are. And we got my man Daniel Hardie from BrownSpade and Mr. Cleve from BrownSpade Podcast. What's good, fellas?
Cheers.
Yes.
Salud.
Yes, indeed. Salud. Mr. Hardie is over there in DR. So he'll have a little delay when he's coming in, but it's all good. We're gonna get through this thing tonight.
All right.
For sure.
What you sipping on? What y'all sipping on?
I got
red
vodka
wine.
cranberry.
What y'all sipping on tonight? Okay. Red wine, vodka cranberry. Cleve.
I have my water, but I don't know where I set it at.
I got you, man. So listen, we're gonna even draw this thing out, man. We're gonna get off into this topic and why we on this topic and everything. If anybody can see what's scrolling across the board, it says what the 40-year-old woman needs to know about dating relationships in 2020. So it's not necessarily a question, it's just a conversation that I think needs to be had. 2022. Sorry about that. I don't went back in time. So let me tell y'all what birthed this conversation. We was on BrownSpade podcast about a month ago, and the subject wasn't what this was, but we just kind of somehow got on this topic, and the question was asked to my wife about women that's 40 looking. Once my wife broke down and told her like her friends is 40 and most women that's 40 want it, Daniel simply said, "What you say, Daniel?"
Repeat that last statement.
I said she asked you, she gave you all of the criteria that the 40-plus-year-old woman wanted. Huh?
Oh, I said that.
You hear me?
I said that. Yes, I heard you. I said that the 40-plus-year-old woman needs to reevaluate because her ideas are unrealistic at that point in her life.
Yes, that's one part of it. But you also said once she gave you all of the breakdown, you also said, well, that because they were saying most women want the man that's 49 and established and he's making six figures, and you say that man don't exist anymore. for the 40
Right.
plus year old woman, basically. Because
Right.
you know, if you want to go,
I mean, I'm not saying it's
on that,
impossible.
you can.
Right. I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that it's very slim that she finds somebody making that amount, because for the simple fact is, first of all, not a lot of people making that 6 figures. And I don't know why we so fixated on making 6 figures when the average person is not making that type of money.
Yeah.
And most of us in the United States are average people anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not
So
only
Cleve, you have anything on that?
well, not only do you know, you have women 40 plus who's wanting that. I mean, you have younger women who want that as well. And if you look at it,
Yeah.
and you look at it, a man that's making 6 figures, and men, you know, in the United States, you're looking at about 8-9%. And then if you only looking at black men, then you really drop down to about 4-5%.
Yeah.
So you overlooking 95% of the men. And you got to understand that man that's making 6 figures, what does he want? And that's where the problem lies, because that's where the problem lies, because women get upset when he start, you know, picking his list. You know, what she got to look like. You know,
right.
You know, all her morals and criteria.
But I say that
So if you really want, you know, to a better chance of finding a man, like Daniel was saying, you have to reevaluate, you know, your list. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Ebony,
I think
because a lot of times
it's gonna be hard. I guess we're gonna let Ebony respond to that, Daniel, and then we'll let you chime in after that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think like Daniel and Cleveland said in regards to, so for me personally, I never really looked for a 6-figure dude. My thing was someone that just even made more than me, right? So in all honesty, I've only had one relationship where the guy has made even comparable, even close to me. He made a little bit over me, right? One relationship out of quite a few, right? So I think even with that, and I will admit, I think once I turned 40, for whatever reason, I thought that the 6-figure guy would be easier to find because now he's more established. And I'm realizing that that's not necessarily the case. So I have had to reevaluate, because, you know, when I think of my goals in my life, and obviously I can only go by myself, as I get older, I should be making more money, right? I should be doing more things. I should be more established. And I'm thinking that that should be the same for the guy as well. And like y'all said, what I'm finding is that that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
Yeah. Daniel.
And so the thing is, I mean, some of the biggest mistakes are made is those lists. Huh?
Go ahead, Daniel.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying that those lists, a lot of time, those the female, she have this very long list she had in her head when she was in her early 20s, and she still carry that list. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. And again, as you get older, that you're gonna have to bring that list down just so you can find you some type of companionship, hopefully a husband if that's what you're looking for. But again, it's not, you shouldn't be looking for how much a person make anyway, in my opinion. You should be looking, that's why it's called companionship. That means somebody who you can get along with, somebody who trying to make a commitment with and live your life with. It's really not based off the money, because the money will come. I mean, if you got a man, he's not gonna sit on his hands. He's gonna try to make something happen, and you guys are supposed to work together. But we're living in this, you know, the United States, and you don't understand that everything is expensive. you know. And let me say this too before I forget. A lot of sisters done got educated, and there's nothing wrong with being educated. Let me say that. But a lot of you guys have overpriced yourself. And what I mean by that is you put yourself in a position to make more than the average man in a lot of cases. So now you're looking for somebody that's so-called equally yoked or who's making more. And if you in your 40s, that's going to be very hard to find. That's going to be like a needle in a haystack. That's all I'm saying.
And most men don't really get up there as far as when you talk about six figures, or even close to six figures, until they in their 50s, you know, early 50s, late
40s, late
40s, yeah. So, you know, you think that women think that men are, because you got to think, most households, we really just starting, you know, first generation of wealth. So being that you starting first generation of wealth, it ain't like you got your grandfather who left you money or whatever, and when you hit 25 or 30, you already making 100, you know, $75,000, $100,000 a year. No, you got to start at the bottom. So you got to be working at Kroger's and Kentucky Fried Chicken, and move your way up, and because you don't have a blueprint of what that look like, or you don't have nobody that's running their own business to even pass it on to you, so you could build wealth like that. So we start from scratch, and being that we start from scratch, you should build a relationship. I mean, you should build, your life with a person, because think about it, if you make 50,000, he make 50,000, that's 100,000. You could live off that.
Mm-hmm.
You could, and the older you get, the less stuff that you want. It should be less stuff you want. And need, pretty much your needs is probably gonna be the same. Some things will change, but the older you get, why would you need a 6-bedroom house? You 50, 60 years old. Your kids in the house. The grandkids may come over, but why would you need all that? And plus, if you don't have a significant other to share that with, because I know plenty of single women who have huge houses, and they got their houses in their 40s.
Right.
And I'm like,
right.
So
and that's a 30-year mortgage.
Ebony.
30-year mortgage too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, listen, let me let Ebony chime in. You want to chime in? I just want to make sure everybody get a chance to put their thoughts and opinion out. Then I'll go and answer some of the questions that's being asked as well. But I do want to make sure everybody get a chance to say their piece.
You know what, baby?
All right, Ebony, did you have anything?
Yeah, I think an interesting thing that Daniel mentioned, at least probably for me and a lot of women, I don't know. I think it's hard to not think about money, for even the simple fact, like Daniel said, he said it's expensive to live in America. So it's hard to not think about money when we can't just live off love. We can't just live off a companionship, right? And then I think because bills still got to be paid, regardless of how much we in love, regardless of how compatible we are, stuff still has to get handled. That's the first part for me. And then the second thing is, I think money comes into play, and I've kind of changed and not been as frustrated. But for me, I have 3 children, and for the most of that, I was a single mother. So for me, it's like, if I can get up, and because I know you said, we put ourselves in a position to make more money. For one, I had to. Why? Because I have children, right? And then I'm also thinking, it would be easier for me to make more if I didn't. So when I see single men that even may have children but may not have full custody, they may have joint custody where they are able to have breaks. I am thinking you are in a position to where you can really make money because now you don't have all of this responsibility. So those are my things. One, and I'm definitely open to it, because like I said, I'm single, so I can't act like I know what I'm talking about. But I feel like you kind of have to think about money, because again, bills have to be paid. And for 2, I put myself in a position to make money. 1, because I had to. 1, because I wanted to. And secondly, why haven't you put yourself in a position to do the same thing? I'm not asking for 6 figures, so even comparable, because I make 6 figures, but this has definitely been recently over the last couple of years. So that would be crazy for me to ask the same thing, but at least just like, you gotta be a little decent. I don't know. I don't have a number, but
Miss Ebony, let me ask you a question. What would you?
Let me.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry.
Okay, the thing I'm saying is, let's go. Chico, go ahead, Chico.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, what I'm saying is,
no, I was simply going to say, we on this delay. Just you go.
I was saying that remove the number.
Mhm.
Remove the number. If you find you a decent man, he's working, he's out here working. You may be making more than him. You need to get over that.
Yeah.
Or he need to get over that. Or both of you guys need to get over that. But if he's out here making a living, then if he's a companion and he's out here working, doing something legally that you still benefit from, because even if he made 20, it's still 20 that you didn't have.
True.
Hello?
That goes both ways.
No, that's true.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Mhm.
It's mutual.
Because if you
talking about, I want somebody to make it equally yoked, I want somebody to make it more and all this stuff. You keep doing that, then guess what? You're still going to be in that same predicament that you're in.
Right.
Because our grandparents, money wasn't an issue. Money wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem. You can find a man that's an average man making average money, and like I said, and that's if your plans is to be married. Now, if you're just out here dating just to be dating, then why would a man money be important? But if you're dating to be married, you're looking to like Daniel said, you got 40,000, he come with 30,000, that's 70,000. Pretty good money, And of course, y'all can revisit that conversation once y'all get together. Y'all can revisit that conversation. Say, well, listen, babe, I want, maybe we need to get a bigger house, or maybe we need to, start putting money aside for this. Maybe you can get a part-time job, or maybe you could get, something else. But coming in the door,
or maybe right, or maybe they can go. Maybe they can be talking. Maybe they can put some ideas together, start their own business together. You never know. You never know where they're gonna take you.
Because if you look at a man, and what he got, and he don't have this, he don't have that, he's gonna look at you and say, so what do you need me for? Like, what do you need me here for? If you make more money than me, if you got your car, you got your house, you got this, what do you need me here for?
For companionship, like you said, definitely companionship.
Right.
So let me ask you this.
Because at the end of the day,
so let me say this, y'all, for the sake of, the delay, and for the sake of, I want to make sure, like I said, I want to make sure everybody get in. Can y'all see what's scrolling across the bottom too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on one of the questions that came from what the conversation was, and then I'll let Ebony start, and then we'll let Daniel start since he has the delay. Then we'll go with Ebony, and then we'll go with Cleve, and then we'll just kind of go back and bounce back and forth off of that.
All right. Can I go over some of the comments though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go for it.
Okay. So one of our friends, Monica, says, what ideas are unrealistic?
Click on it, and it should be able to see it.
Okay. I think it's
Yeah, it's because it ain't used to this.
Okay.
But there you go right now.
Okay.
You want me to answer that?
There you go.
You want me to go? You want me to answer that?
Yeah, you go first. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I say unrealistic, we've heard this for the past 25 years. He got to be 6 feet, 6 figures.
You could.
6 figures. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
6 feet, 6 figures, 6 pack. Bald head, got to be a stud, the whole 9 yards. You know. And sometimes your blessing may come your way. That guy may be 5'4". He may be 5'4", and that may be your blessing that God sent your way. But guess what? You passed over him because of his height. I mean, that's just being shallow. That's what I mean, unrealistic. A lot of that stuff is just shallow.
Yeah, and I think something interesting. I saw a post that somebody put, and I had to reflect, and I thought it was really good. This lady was describing her ideal man, and was like someone who is a communicator, someone who emotionally understands me, someone who will know what I need, you know, without me having to ask. And then at the end of it, they said, "Oh, you describing another woman."
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And I thought that was like interesting in the sense of, yeah, like we kind of want who we are, but that's not who men are, right? So I think that is unrealistic as well. I think that's another dynamic of it being unrealistic is what we want, and we want the other person to kind of have the same thing or be the same way.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Cleve.
Right.
I would just piggyback off just the money thing, you know, as far as they want a man, you know, to make all this money. They want them to, you know, to come. And I've heard women, you know, say, you know, they want a professional thug and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, you're not. Listen, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that. But as far as unrealistic, yeah, money, because they and they want to compare, you know, the money. They thinking that because they make this amount, that the man should make this amount or more. But like I said, y'all can build something. You know, y'all can build something.
Okay. All right, Miss Yo.
okay. Well, you know, these sometimes of women can be very realistic, but I just have too many women that they don't have unrealistic goals. They are running up against men that are not communicators. They don't know how to communicate, or they're poly and they're dating multiple women. They're not
There's a lot more of that going on.
They're not in this thing to be in a solid relationship. They are having to determine if she's the main chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll ask another question, then we'll get back into our topic.
Okay.
Hey, Daniel. Daniel, I felt you too. I wanted to answer that.
Right.
I wanted to answer that, but go ahead.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you meet somebody, if a woman meet a man or whatever, he has to make sure that she's wife material. So of course he's gonna date a lot of them in the beginning, but then if somebody stand out and he noticed that, then that's who he's gonna gravitate to. Mm-hmm. And as far as the poly thing, which I know that's jumping the subject, I think that's where we're heading as a society in the Western world.
Yeah, I don't know. The poly thing is interesting. I really don't have any comment on that. I guess it's a new thing. Well, it's really the old thing. My grandfather grew up as a Hebrew Israelite in Israel, and I know it's definitely the culture in a lot of different countries. I don't know.
I have to remember.
But again, that's jumping the subject. But I'm just saying. I mean, it's off subject, but I'm just saying a lot of them are sharing anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether they know about it or don't, whether they know about it, don't know about it, they're sharing. So come on.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So Sean McGill said most women don't realize the six-figure brother they want. Really and truly,
They don't
want
want
them.
And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You really don't want them.
No,
No,
but
he's saying really and truly don't want them. The women that want the six-figure men, and this is one of the things that was said earlier. Daniel said it earlier. Those men at this age, we're talking about the woman 40 plus. Okay. So most of the time, that man that's making six figures, he's looking for a younger woman.
Right.
Like was said.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If he's in his 40s,
who's dating a
he's looking for a younger woman, and he's looking for a younger woman, and on top of that, he has several choices. Like you're competing with the women that's around him, and it's a small percentage of these men, and they understand that women will flock to money, so they're gonna have 1 and 2 and 3. Not all. I'm not gonna say all, but it's a big percentage of them that will dip and dab with women, because they understand that. They understand women are gonna come where the money is.
Well, who's dating the 40 plus woman?
You said who?
Who's dating her?
Well, let me say this. Like if you look at just each one of us look at our personal life, just our life experience, and you look around and you think about all the men that are what considered to be good men, they're taken already. So right now, the way the
so we need to date younger.
No, say that again.
We need to date 40 plus women need to date younger.
You need to find a companion. You need to find a companion.
No.
Y'all pretty much make a deal. And when I say make a deal, meaning that y'all both come together and get an understanding. Like, look, because it's a lot of men out here that are available. You got 51% of black men who 64% of black men who are single. So you can get out here and find you a man, but the problem is, you gotta look past. He might be 5'3", he might be 5'4", he might not make 60,000, he might not make that, he may make 40,000. He may have a couple of kids. It's things like that. You have to look at a man for his morals and not his pocket, because guess what? He can lose that job tomorrow and he's not making six figures no more. But morally, if his morals is lined up, he's gonna always be that man. That's just the way he's gonna be. But if you're looking for him, the man that's making six figures, you're looking at 6% of black men.
All right, Daniel, what you was gonna say?
Good point, Cleve. Good point.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if a woman that's 40 plus, she got to understand that her list, she need to shorten that list up. And if she shorten that list up, then she may land something. And when I say this, I don't want to come off, I'm not being rude when I say this, I'm just being honest. A guy told me this years ago when I was just joining masonry years ago. And he told me, and I didn't understand. He was like, he said, when a woman get older, her value goes down. When a man get older, his value goes up. I didn't understand that, and I was like 20 years old. But now, today, I understand it very clearly, and what he mean by that is, when a woman is younger, she's more valuable because now at that point she's at childbirthing age. You know what I'm saying? She could give children and stuff like that. And so for the 40 plus woman, if she's in her 40s, she already got kids, and if she come into a situation, and if a man got his thing together, a lot of stuff he might not want to deal with, because at this point she come with a lot of baggage. At this point she's stuck in her ways. At this point in her life, she's very difficult to get along with because she's been through a whole bunch of bad relationships, and she carried that stuff and she hadn't let it go.
Now, I agree with that. I just think that sometimes the truth and the reality comes across to ladies as being chauvinistic or sexist, when in actuality, to me, that's a very understandable statement. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be out of disrespect. That's just facts to me. So,
I mean, but we could say the same exact thing. There are men out here that have
you can say it, but that's not true.
That's what I'm saying,
but that's not
they
true.
have been through
It's
bad
not true.
marriages.
You can say it.
Been through nasty divorces.
No, but you ain't hearing what the
Oh,
statement.
you talking about? I mean, okay. I thought you were talking about the value. Okay.
No. I'm just saying the value part of it that's a factual statement.
Right. That's facts.
I don't know. You know, like I don't. If people really sit back and listen to what was said, and me and you talked about this today, the delivery of what Kevin Samuel says, it may not be dealt with any type of sugar or honey, the way he said. But if you sit back and you decipher a lot of stuff he say, in my opinion, he's telling honest stuff, and it's the tone that y'all don't like. So you said you made
it's not only the tone, it's the fact that he can't say it.
Yeah, and that's what you said.
Now,
but
if it's delivered from if the same
why he cannot say it? Why he can't say it
from a woman? Listen, that
why
is
he can't
what
say
you guys can talk about it in your barbershops and your lounges
and on your platform. People call his platform. That's what I'm saying.
And perhaps on his platform. However, if the same information is presented to a woman by a woman, I think we as women can accept it a whole lot clearer than when it comes from an arrogant, loudmouth, know-it-all, stick in the mud man.
Let me say this. Ebony had to make a run. She'll be back on, but I just wanted to let people know she didn't just.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Chico. So I understand what your wife is saying, but here's the thing, Kevin Samuel. People think that Kevin Samuel is speaking. People think that Kevin Samuel is speaking and influencing men, but actually he's speaking what men think. If you just look at your friends, you don't even have to think about what Kevin Samuel's saying. Just look at your friend. Just look at your life experience that you see. It's happening. You're seeing your friends who are in their 40s are single, and you're seeing men who are not dealing with that situation. You see this. So we don't even have to think about Kevin Samuel. You don't even have to listen to me and Daniel. Just look around. Just think about all your single friends, their age, and what's going on. Just think about it. And when y'all make the comment that men, out here cheating and all that, here's another thing. Look at your life experience and think about your brother, your uncles, your cousins. Are they doing that? Because you can only really go by your life experience. I don't see a lot of men around me doing these things that they say men are doing. I just don't. Do you? Do you see a lot of men that you know, that you come across that's out here cheating and doing all the things that they say we're out here doing? Because we're not.
Yeah, he told me you.
I know a couple that are, but the majority no. The majority.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Majority. We can't go off of 23% because 19% men cheat. Guess what? 16% women cheat. So we can't go off that. We got to go off of majority because that's what we have to fix. If we fix the majority, then guess what? the minority will fall in place. They will. That's just the way it goes.
Oh, the money.
All right, so we're gonna go.
Go, Kim.
Wanted to ask Ebony a question. Kim, I'm gonna wait till Ebony come back to respond to that one. But we're gonna go to another question that Monica had. You can read that, yo.
I've had a lively dating life, and it was never hard to find a companion that made six figures. It wasn't an expectation, but it came to me plenty of times. I never had to worry about money in a relationship.
So
She
you
talking about
saying
her husband?
everybody that you dated made six? No, she had a lively dating life, and it was never hard to find a companion that made six figures. Ebony back.
They said it's hard to man. These men, where they at?
Listen,
Cleve, Daniel, where are the decent men?
That's a benefit.
No,
Listen,
what I'm saying is if this, I don't know this lady, I don't know who she is, but if she's 40 plus and she out here dating and she ain't married, then I mean, what's dating in your 40s?
Talking about?
It's really just
true.
do I like? What are you talking about?
It's like the people
So I
that
don't
say
know
they
her.
get engaged.
I don't know. All right, I don't know who Miss
She's
Jones.
actually married.
I don't know who Miss Jones is, but if she's out here just dating guys, random guys in her 40s, then I see something wrong with that. But then again, hey.
So let me ask this: if your end goal, if your end goal is to just date these men, yeah, you can find a man that will date you that makes six figures. But if you're talking about getting married, that's what I count.
Cleve.
I count marriage.
Cleve. So let me just go and put that. Cleve, let me put it out there. Cleve.
Yeah,
Cleve.
let's go.
If she out here doing all this dating and she 40 plus years old, if she doing all this dating, then she just fucking.
Everybody.
No, that's a good point. Look, that's a good point because she said I have a lively dating life. She said lively. So yeah, I mean, obviously we can only go by this statement, but yeah, she said it's lively. So maybe that's all she's looking for. But that's a good point.
That's fine. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, look, you can probably find a billionaire that'll.
Yeah, that's
if you got a nice shape, pretty face. You can find a billionaire that'll sleep with you. But we talking about marriage. We ain't talking about engagements. We talk about marriage.
Let me step in on this. She say had a lively, so she was just saying that she had a lively dating and found a companion. This person is married now, but listen, what I do want to do because I put it off. Yeah, they are married. They're married. So what I want to do is I wanted to wait till Ebony got back because I had a question that came up on here for Ebony.
Like you missed the date like that.
But that's like playing the lottery.
What's that? Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. So Ebony, that question.
Also, does race matter?
Oh, hold on. I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry. Hold on. That we go back to that too, but that's no one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, put it back up. Put it back up there.
Yeah, we're gonna
put it back up there. Let's go.
I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back. All right, so Ebony, that's for you. How important is the money on your priority list? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, like I said, I used to. I will say, I think when I turn 40, then it's okay. Well, you got to make as much as me. Like I said, I have dated guys, and I've only dated one guy that made close to the amount of money I make. Outside of that, I've dated guys that made less. And what I will say, it hasn't been a problem. It's interesting because I am at a point. I'm 44, and I'm tired of paying everything by myself. I will say that. I'm just going to be honest, but I can't say that I have a particular number on it. Like, I'm definitely not at a point where I'm like, oh, you got to make six figures, right? But I think part of someone's character is also their work ethic as well. So I can't say I have a number. I mean, will I go for 20,000? I'm gonna be honest and say no, right? But I can't say I have a specific number in which what you gotta make.
Why would you date a man that makes 20,000?
Just say for instance, somebody. I
You said why wouldn't I?
Yeah, why wouldn't you date a man making 20,000?
Right. So I'm gonna be honest. There's a couple reasons, right? I have 2 daughters. My daughters are 21 and 24.
Okay.
And they make more than 20,000 a year. So I'm gonna be honest. You asking me? I feel like if they can do it, you can too.
Okay.
So that's one. And for 2, I think that will say. I personally think that says a lot about you as a person in regards to your 20,000. I'm gonna say your lack of drive. I want to enhance that drive. Like if we get together, I want to be able to say, let's do more. But without me, you should be able to do some, if that makes sense. And I think 20,000 is not some. So that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that would definitely be a lack of drive.
If a man comes into your space that's making, say, 55,000, is that an automatically cutoff?
No, I would entertain that. That's not an automatic cutoff. Not at all.
So Miss Ebony, if this man, you meet this man, morally, he lines up to everything that you want. So basically, money is a deal breaker. You meet
the
him,
lack of money. I'm not going to say money's a deal breaker. The lack of money, like you literally have to have no drive to just make 20,000. I feel that, like, because what is that? Like, let's do the math. Who got a doggone? Let's do the math on $20,000 a year.
Yeah, let's do
well,
it.
Well, the average
man
makes 42,000. Would you take a $42,000 man?
I wouldn't turn it down. I wouldn't turn 42,000. But think about it. 42 is double 20.
Yeah.
So if the average man make 42 and you out here making 20, you well below average.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
So then it's one thing to lower your standards. It's one thing to not have all of this. It's one thing to minimize your list, right? It's another thing to just completely say, I have no deal breakers. I think it's important for everybody to have boundaries and everybody to have those deal breakers. So that's a little too low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying the average man makes 42,000. So
I could work with that.
That's like 1,006.
That's
$1,666 a month.
What?
Right. So yeah, that's
1,666 a month. You can't
because my next thing is my next thing is you can go out the country and find a man that's used to making that living. That's used to making that, or maybe even less. But he's a good man.
But then we got to look at what country you in regards to the cost of living as well.
Yeah.
There's factors to everything.
I would expect. I mean, being average is basically the, when I think about people dating, average is best. But I will say this: men don't care about, because I know I hear a lot of women say men, they always date a man who care about their money and all that. Men don't. We don't. We really don't.
Yeah, no. Y'all don't. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't care about how much money the woman is making. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, y'all don't care at all.
Yeah.
All right. So this question is, I'm putting it back up because Daniel said he wanted to see it back up. Also, does race matter? Are you interested in dating outside your race? Just something to think about.
I know, and that's my
so. You wanted to put it up. We'll let Daniel go first.
Go ahead, BrownSpade.
Let me say this. Let me say this. For the sake of conversation. I mean,
y'all already answered this one.
No,
we have not.
We haven't answered it.
Daniel Talking slow. Come on, Daniel.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Oh man.
Let it
Does
flow.
it matter?
Let Ebony answer it. Let Ebony answer it, and then we'll come back to you, Daniel.
Yeah, let Ebony answer. I'll come back to it. Right.
Okay,
You
so I
trying to
think
fix it. I know.
Yeah.
right, because we talked about this in our cocktailing conversations before. I think myself, as well as a lot of Black women, we are loyal. We are so loyal to y'all and loyal to a fault. I think because even if you look at the dynamic in regards to interracial dating, and I don't know the numbers, so I'm not going to act like I'm a statistics master, but just walking down the street, whether you go to the store or go to the mall, we typically stick with our own. The thought of me dating outside of my race kind of makes me cringe in a sense, like, because I always saw myself or always felt like I would marry a Black man, and I still feel that way. But in feeling that way, I feel like I might be limiting my options as well. So it's kind of like a bittersweet. I am not interested, but I don't think I probably would be single right now. Let me just say that.
Do white men hit on you?
No, because I don't go anywhere to where I'm interacting with white men.
Do Hispanic men hit on you?
No.
So you don't go to grocery stores, you don't go to the mall, you don't go to none of these places.
Right. No, I do, but no.
Okay, because they're out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're out there. So me asking you that because I hear women say, and listen, this is not disrespecting women. I love Black women. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are beautiful. I will say this. As a Black man, other race of women hit on me all the time. All the time. No matter where I go. And you got to understand that Black men, it don't matter where you go, what part of the country, out the country, they and y'all can, some people will say, no, that's not true, but they love Black men.
They do.
The only thing is they look at the stereotype and they won't.
Yes, they do.
They won't approach it, but they love Black men. But most Black women, I mean, white men are not approaching y'all like that. They just not.
Right. Because they don't see it. They don't see it the same way. So white men or Hispanic men don't see it the same way as white women or Hispanic women see y'all. Right. They don't see the way they see y'all and the way they see us are completely different.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
do.
There you go.
Yeah, Dan.
Okay, so to respond to what she just replied to is because collectively as a group, and that's another problem. A lot of you guys don't have that option to even come outside of that box because you're looked at collectively as difficult as a group. Not saying all of you, because you have a few, it's always an anomaly, but you have a few, and that's on a very small scale. But back off what Brother Cleve said, yeah, man, globally we it. But globally, we can't say the same for sisters, no.
But guess what? We stay with our own at 85%. Because we can step out. We can't step out, but we stay with our own at 85%. And Black women 93%. Yeah.
And let me say this too for the record too, since we talking. I'm just gonna.
No, I believe it. I don't know the numbers. I was just wondering where you got them
from.
Okay. That's
anything you want to know. Anything you want to know. Any statistic. Hey, and when you do it, ask anything you want, it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like,
really?
Wow. It'll give you a better understanding of what's real and what's fake, what's fact and what's feelings. You got facts and then you got feelings.
Right. That's true.
All right, Daniel. I'm gonna click on another go ahead and say what you was about to say, Daniel?
No, I was just saying I'm just going a little deeper anyway. But I mean, I'm just saying, but the whole race thing really just a social construct. That's just the way we've been programmed as far as living in the West.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, so another said, well, not a question, just a statement. I think she was maybe
okay. We got Monica Jones came back. Dated someone.
Yeah, she just said she dated someone that made less, and it affected him more than me. I can't fix his ego.
Yeah.
Well,
we black men have ego.
Everybody have ego.
What is it?
Oh, this is a long one.
Yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah. So it looked like an opinion. I usually let my wife read long.
Okay, this is just my opinion. American society is set up to make place. Black women occupy most positions in this country. Not knocking women, but it's just the way that it's set up that way. No excuses, but it's harder to get six figures in corporate America while being locked up, looked over, and disenfranchised. Personally, being that I don't have a college degree, I learned to make my own wealth and working towards my goals. I'm 47, and hopefully I the.
That's all it came.
Maybe he wasn't able to type anymore.
It ain't.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
All right, but I got your nephew. All right. Okay. All right. So listen, I'm gonna do this while it's scrolling, but I definitely wanted to say this before we end this conversation. The purpose for this conversation is exactly what happened today. I want people to be able to hear each side of everybody's thoughts and opinion, and so I appreciate how it was just a conversation. We don't always have to agree, and that's the great thing about
right, exactly.
Having a platform like we don't always have to agree, but I do like the respect that everybody gave each other on this. Now the people that's watching today, this is all new for us, so I'm not able to get through every question because we sometime in the midst of a conversation, it's hard to read the question, so we missed a lot. And for those that's just tuning in, we got Daniel, who's actually in Dominican. He's in the DR, so he has a slight delay. So I just appreciate everybody that's watching this. I want to go over a few more of these questions, if that's how we talk, and ask a few questions, and then we'll shut it down. If that's cool with y'all, Daniel, Cleve, and Ebony.
Yes,
yeah, man.
For sure.
We on your platform.
FYI, I want us to. Are y'all local? I want to do it. I need to do a speed. We need to do a speed dating type of network type situation too.
Say that again.
Speed dating.
What's that?
Black speed dating.
Oh
yeah. What is that?
I know
what is speed dating.
Yeah.
Oh, so speed dating is basically when it's kind of like a casual group setting. You sit down at a table.
We can't.
It could be.
We married. Both of us are married.
Yeah.
Oh, both of y'all married. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you fine. You fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, you fine. You didn't know. You fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But look, I pass it on.
All right, so.
Yeah, but I'll let somebody know.
Yeah, speed dating show.
Let's see what we got. I definitely got some people we can put in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Why are men intimidated by strong, independent women? I like that one.
I want to answer that.
I like that one too. I will do too.
Go ahead, Cleve. Go ahead, Cleve.
Let's go.
All right. So like I say, we go. Okay, you go, Cleve. You go first, and then
my question is, what when they say intimidated by strong women are doing well and independent, And I'm not taking nothing away from women, but I like that blackdemographic.com. Y'all need to put in the numbers when y'all talk about women make more than men and women out doing this with men. Y'all need to put them numbers in and see that is not what y'all think it is. It's not what y'all think it is. 74% of well, let's see, is I know as far as six figures, it's a small percentage of black women that are making six figures. A very small percent. It's less than men. It's like 3%. It's not a lot. And then when you talk about 75,000 or less, that I'm telling you, the numbers is not what you think. So when you say doing well and independent,
exactly. That's just
because
reality
independent to me means you have a flat tire, you on the side of the road, you can change that tire by yourself. That's what independence looks like to me. You know, so nobody was built in this world to be independent. No one. and we're not intimidated by it. We just don't want you to throw it up in our face or think that because you got your degree, because you make a lot of you make more money than the average woman, that we have to compete with that. But we don't care. We don't care about that. We just don't. So we're not intimidated by your degree, your money. And then if you're talking about the men, if you're talking about the men that you dated, yeah, probably the men that you dated. Yeah, that's what you go off. The men you dated, but no, men are not intimidated by women. We just not.
So,
what happened to Ebony?
I don't know.
Who next?
Oh, go ahead, then.
It was Ebony. I think her.
Oh, it's Michael. Okay,
it's you right now, Ebony.
Is
okay,
Ebony
no,
then Michael?
Okay, I'll go. So yeah, I think.
Okay. Ebony's back in. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I have. Ooh, how do I put this? Because I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but sometimes when women talk, I have a problem with the word strong. In the sense of like, I don't know what that means as far as like, because yeah. So let me just say this: I'm not married. I've been a single mother. I'm a black woman. Am I strong? Yeah, but I do things because I have to, but I'm also can be submissive if a man comes along. And I think we kind of overuse that word sometimes. And I think the intimidation comes into play when you're not dealing with real men. Because my brother is married. His wife makes more money than him. But he's a real man, so he's not intimidated because he knows his role in the house and he still makes sure his role is met. And not to say he's content necessarily, I'm gonna be honest with where he's at financially, but it's not a ego thing, it's not a role thing, it's not that. So like I said, I think if there's intimidation, it's because it's not a real man that you're dealing with. But I have had to, and I even learned that within myself when I was dating men that made less than me. They wanted to do more, but financially they didn't have the means. So I'm gonna make this short because I know we run out of time. But I would just be like, "Come on, let's go out to eat," and I'm like, "I'll pay." For him, it was not. Let's just chill at home because I can't pay, and I don't want you to pay, and I don't want to feel less than. So let's just chill. But sometimes I had to think about where he was and not always be ready to go and do certain things. But yeah, that's my little 2 cents.
I just want to you took some of the words out of my mouth. Ebony took some of the words.
Before you go, Dave, hold on. Before you go, Dave, I wanted to say that word submissive. For some reason, it's like a
degrading word
for a lot of women, and I don't know why.
Like it's degrading.
I don't know why. That's all I wanted to say. So we'll go to Dave.
Okay, so Ebony took some of the words out of my mouth about I'm sick and tired of this strong, all this emphasis on strong woman. Listen, Men do not want strong woman. They want a soft woman. They want a gentle woman. They want a compassionate woman.
Yeah.
A
They
feminine
want a
woman.
submissive woman.
A feminine woman.
A feminine woman, not strong, feminine.
Yeah.
And I think in our community we toss this word around so much. And it ain't that nobody intimidated by you. It's that they don't a man don't want to date another man. He want to date a woman. So if you strong as a man, he don't want you.
Yeah.
And let me say something about the doing well and independent thing. Cleveland, that was a good analogy that you did too, Cleve. That was a good one about the car tire thing. But also, if you thinking about being in a relationship or in a relationship, you have to understand that when you're in a relationship or thinking about being in a relationship, you have to be co-independent amongst each other. You just can't sit up here. If you independent, like Cleveland said, then that means you need nothing else. That means you need nothing else. That's what independent means. That means you're functioning on all cylinders, on whatever come your way, it's all you. So if something happened, don't call the police. Don't be talking about don't nobody protect us and all this type of stuff. That's what independent means.
Did I tell you that years ago?
What?
I ain't.
You did. So listen, man, I really hate I can't get to everybody's question, but when we was on BrownSpade, and for those that's listening, y'all please subscribe to BrownSpade podcast on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Y'all make sure on it. Yes, on
BrownSpade
YouTube.
is one word. BrownSpade.
That's true.
And listen, we listen. We love our sisters.
And know how Ebony want to do it, but y'all I'm telling you.
I'm sorry.
What?
No, I was saying, listen, we love our sister.
Go ahead.
We have to communicate, you know, and the thing is we got to get a better understanding of, because men and women, we different. I hear women all the time, you know, they push the issue of being, you know, we say the word masculine, and they don't like that word, you know, and I've heard women say sometimes you got to be masculine. And I'd be like, well, when is it fine for a man to be feminine? Like, does that make sense to you? Like, why would you want a man who, you know, can be feminine and then masculine? I said, no. I said, it doesn't work like that. But we communicate, and we want to get a better understanding of how we can be married, how we can build communities, how we can build families, because you can't have communities without families. We got 80% of women that are single parents.
Right.
And we see what our community look like with women taking care of the kids by themselves. You know, so we got to get together and figure this thing out. But we can't have people talking about strong independent. That has nothing to do with community or family. That's you wanting to be off on the planet by yourself. And if that's the type of men that you're running into who you know who feel like they intimidated by you, that's who you attract. You gotta do some internal changing to attract something totally different.
Well, I think so. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily trying to downplay the word strong. Well, I was, but I also get it in the sense of, let me just say this, since we've been on the call, the reason why I had to drop off is because my daughter called me and said her car won't start. Right. So I'm making calls to try to get her, my brother over there, to get her a jump. That didn't work. She was like, we got to get the car towed. This is stuff that I really don't want to do. Right. I want that man to come in and be like, okay, babe, I'm about to go get her. Right. So I got her handled, but I got her handled. So I think sometimes when women say the word strong, it's because, damn it, man, I just had to cook. I had to do this. And now I got to figure out the car and do all of this stuff. So I think the intention is kind of like, it's probably bitter because, like Cleveland said, it's 80%. It's a lot of women out here just stressed and frustrated that it's that high, right? And So I think that's where the word strong comes into play, is because we're forced to have that quote unquote masculine role. I'm on a Zoom call. Why I gotta deal with her car? Because I'm all she got.
I agree.
She can't call. So if I were to say, because I'm strong and I'm doing all this, because guess what? I knew exactly what she needed to do. Okay, you need to do that. There's some things I don't even want to know how to do it, but I have to.
Right.
I'm fine with it being, okay, call. I don't want to know, but I have to know.
But one word define that is not strong. It's called reliable. You are reliable because you don't have nobody you don't have a co-independent yet. You will find it. You'll find it. You got a good spirit, I can tell. But until then, that's how it's going to have to be. But you're going to have to erase the number, erase the figure thing. He's out there.
Yeah.
But don't try to measure him by his wallet, because you're gonna miss every time.
But you can't do 20,000 though. I could do 42.
Well,
average is 40.
Average
20 though.
Yeah.
Can I erase 20?
Average is 42. Average is 42.
Whatever okay, 25.
Erase it.
21 and 50 cents. 21 and 50 cents.
Can't do it.
Listen, y'all. So we that came to that time, but I want to say this. I got to get this in because we want to do this, and I'm not really worried about the time. Again, we thank y'all so much for coming on, because everybody has been transparent, and that I want people to hear just perspective. But we was on, like I said, we was on Brownstone. And Daniel BrownSpade. I keep thinking about the song. I don't know. BrownSpade and Daniel asked us a couple questions, and we want to end with that. We want to end with that tonight with y'all, with our guests. So, Yolanda came up with a couple questions from y'all before we shut this down. You know, let everybody know y'all, and then I'll let y'all plug whatever y'all want first before we go off. All right. So, first question that we got is one. We go next, just 3. And we'll start with the lady first. We'll go with Ebony first.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Okay. Ebony.
Who was my celebrity crush? Celebrity crush? I mean, I'm a New Yorker. I'm Jay-Z all the way. Like, I've been a Jay-Z fan since Reasonable Doubt came out in 96. I have been to 23 concerts. I have met him twice. So I'm a Jay-Z girl.
Okay.
I can go to a concert and know every single word, and y'all just gonna think I'm crazy. I'm a Jay-Z girl.
All right, Daniel.
She said favorite celebrity.
Celebrity crush.
Oh,
yeah,
crush.
Favorite celebrity crush.
Shakira.
Okay. Cleve.
All day. Mine's is Sade. Oh man, Sade.
Sade.
Yes.
Just a day.
Yes.
You want
She's older.
So we're gonna go Ebony, Cleve, then we're gonna go Ebony, Cleve, then Daniel on this question.
Broke and happy or rich and alone?
Broken happy.
Broken happy or rich and alone?
Broken happy.
Cleve?
Oh yeah, broken happy. I mean, hey, I grew up broke.
Broken happy.
For sure.
Broken happy. All right. Let's see. I like this question. If you could go back in time to any age, what age and why? And that's going to be for Cleve, then Ebony, then Daniel. If you can go back to any age,
If you can go back in.
I would have to
if
say.
you can go back in time to any age,
I would have to say when I was around 10 or 11. Those was good times in New York. Like it was real good times. It was
no,
I don't remember.
no worries, right?
Well, it wasn't. It was a true community. I could say maybe it was like 8 or 9, but it was a true community. You didn't look out your house and see a bunch of junkies and crack it. Like it was a true community. You know, it was a true community. You see people outside playing. You see the water hydrant on. You see kids jumping. You know, we out there playing skelly. Like it was a true community.
I would probably say 15. 15, high school. Yo, I had the best high school experience ever.
Ebony.
Yeah, so I would say 15 for me.
Awesome.
I had the best high school experience ever. You know, that's when I was rapping and thought I was gonna be the next Lauryn Hill and all that good stuff.
All right,
And
bust a rap.
I was invincible. I go to the bus stop and battle all these dudes and win. But nah, high school was fun. High school was everything.
So you misses Eazy-E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not Eazy-E though. He West Coast.
Yeah, yes, Miss Jay-Z.
Miss Jay-Z, okay?
All right, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel.
Daniel?
Can you hear us, Daniel?
Okay, I guess somewhere between. Yeah, I can hear you. I guess I'll go back to age 6 years old.
Mm.
Oh,
6.
Huh. All right.
Why 6?
Why that particular age though?
Well, 6 because I would like to see my dad again because he passed away.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
All right, and my last one, and we're gonna get off the phone.
yeah, me too.
Last one. Fine or home cooked meal? We'll go Daniel first.
I didn't hear you.
We'll go Daniel first. Okay, fine dining, or home cooked meal. Daniel, Cleve, and Ebony.
Home cooked meal. Home cooked meal. My wife can cook her butt off. Home cooked meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all right.
You said me, home
Cleve.
cook. Home cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely home cooked. It's cheaper and it's better.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. I'm gonna go through and read some of the comments. Hey, I didn't get to every comment tonight. Anything you want to say?
No, but thank you guys for coming on. This has been awesome conversations, and I love all of you. I respect you all, and I just thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in the Relationship Podcast. Did y'all plug anything? Did y'all want to pull it before we get off?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, I just want to say again, it's BrownSpade. That's one word, BrownSpade. We're on YouTube. Please come on there, subscribe, check us out. I'm also on Instagram, BrownSpade_. So yeah, that's it.
That's what's up. How often do you have your podcast, BrownSpade?
I'm trying. I just retired, so I'm trying to do it at least twice a week. So, but my goal this year is to do 100 shows.
That's what's up.
And I like to say I really appreciate y'all inviting me on here. This was fun. Like Dan, you said, go to BrownSpade, go to our podcast, check us out, share, like, subscribe. You know, we just trying to, you know, have these conversations because our community, we got to get it back. We can't expect nobody to come and save us and help. We got to do it ourselves because we destroyed it. So we got to get it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed. You know, I do this
And
all
again, we
day.
talk about a variety. We talk about a variety of subjects. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. You all talk about a variety of subjects.
For sure. You know, you good.
We gonna bring you on. We gonna bring you on.
Yeah, we'll bring you on. Just give us
you on.
get in contact with Chico. We'll be glad to have you on as an invite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I would love it because this is so me. I
No
could do
doubt.
this for hours
No
and
doubt.
hours.
And
She don't know that. We could go all night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew you would. I
just
knew you would.
contact
Ebony.
Chico. Chico, contact. Give us
For sure.
give your email to Chico, and Chico will give it to me.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Ebony?
Anything else from me? Nah, I mean, you know, it was dope. Like I said, I had to click off a couple times, but no, I would love to do this again. On BrownSpade or, you know, back on you and Yo show. Like, yeah,
For
this
sure.
is all me. I'm all about the conversation. Just, you know, like Cleveland said, just trying to do better and be better with our community and all that.
Yeah, but Ebony brother, they actually hold a live event where it's cocktails and conversations, and it's people from all over, single people, married people. We just come together in one room, just have a pleasant adult conversation, and it's awesome. So, you know, I had to bring Ebony on just so, you know, because I know she's going to tell it exactly how it is. She's not going to sugarcoat anything. So I appreciate her taking the time to do it for us.
All right.
Sure.
Again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all, we about to shut it down, man. If y'all can't be good at it, man. Y'all hold it down. I'll talk to y'all all love.
All right.
One.
Peace.
One.
Peace. That was good. That was good.